Sorry?
Disappointing night?
Yeah, huge blow. We really wanted to go through and fight in the competition and go for it. And today we tried for 120 minutes and the penalties, and it wasn't enough. So first of all, congratulations to Sporting Lisbon for going through. Looking at ourselves, the game started difficult for us. Obviously, we lost Tommy very early in the game. Then we lost Saliba, and that left us with a really difficult game management because we only had a window to make the subs, and a few players could not play 90 minutes. But still, we didn't find our rhythm and our flow. Allowed too many spaces. We were late and don't win enough duels there, and then we gave the ball away many times. Sometimes time after time. And then the last 20 minutes, we got the flow, we got the momentum, we got into the final third much more. We created 3 big chances, and we didn't score. And I think when we went to the extra time, we showed incredible energy again and top mentality when it wasn't our best day to keep going. And we had another 2 big chances. We didn't win, and at the end, it comes to the penalties. It's a lottery, and today it didn't go our way.
You mentioned
Would you mind to go a bit closer to the microphone, please? Thank you. Sorry about that.
Mikel, you mentioned a couple of the injuries and knocks there. We saw quite a few guys got knocks there, but especially Tomiyasu and Saliba. I know it's still quite early, but can you say anything about how likely they are for the weekend yet?
I don't know. Tomiyasu looks pretty serious for his reaction straight away and what he said to me, but obviously it's very early and very difficult to know.
Winning?
Sorry?
Saliba?
We don't know. There wasn't. He had some discomfort and he could not carry on, so we had to take him out.
Mikel, I know obviously it's low in terms of being knocked out of the competition, but given the injuries and several players look to be kind of limping or struggling towards the end, just how kind of worried are you that this could have lasting damage, heading into big games in the Premier League with the injuries you picked up?
I don't know. We've been carrying injuries throughout the season. We had Emil out for 4 months. We have Gabriel Jesus out for 4 months. We have Alex for 2.5 months. We have Thomas for 1.5 months. We have Eddie for 1.5 months. We had quite a lot of injuries already, but we dealt with that. The disappointment is not going to go away. The disappointment is there now, but it brings clarity. It's 11 games to play now, 11 Premier League games, and we have a final. The first final is against Crystal Palace, and we have to recover, put all the energy there and all the focus there, and play better than today, put the same effort as today, and win it.
James.
Mikel, Gabriel Jesus looked sharp in the first half. Was the plan to bring him on?
Yeah.
So he's never going to play more than 3
And we decided to do that because we had to manage the subs, and thanks God that we took him out, especially after the 2 windows that we had to use in the first half, but that was the plan. And Leo is coming from an injury as well, so we knew that the game could go to extra time, and we had to manage that, and he looked okay.
Mikel, they're unfortunate to crash out the tournament that way. Your team's in a very unique position where you are locked in with Man City for the league. They're unfortunate, given the fixture congestion with the World Cup and everything. Could it potentially be a blessing in disguise? You can focus more on.
I cannot see it today that way. I don't know. You go through the competition, you win it, is magnificent. If it's not and affects your plans in the league, that's a different story. But we wanted to go through, and we put everything and the effort that the boys put. When it wasn't our best day, individual and collectively, the hunger and that desire that it showed to win, the way they were tracking back, it was incredible. They really wanted it, and today it didn't happen. So we need to put the head up and now look. For Palace, is what it is. It's 11 games. The first one starts on Sunday.
Charles. The team have overcome so many psychological hurdles this season. How is Gabby Martinelli, and how do you think he'll react to a disappointment like that?
He will react well. Obviously disappointed today. We all are. When you take those decisions, that possibility is always there. He will learn from it, like Bukayo did in the past, and move on.
How important is it now that you don't let the players sort of wallow in this, because they can't afford to, can they? There's so much at stake. You can't afford to let this sort of hang over into the Premier League.
No, we gave everything. It wasn't our day. We were our best, individual and collectively, but they absolutely gave every drop of effort that they could on that pitch, and it wasn't enough. But if we do things better than what we've done today on Sunday, we'll have a big chance to win the game.
What was the immediate message in the change room there, by you or from the players themselves?
No, just that we are all disappointed, and we have to look at ourselves, things that we have to do better to have bigger margins to win the game, and don't rely on the last 20 minutes or an extra time and a penalty shootout to go through in the competition. But that now the 11 games that we have is the focus, the only focus that we have, and everybody thinking about one thing, that is Palace being the best mental and physical condition, a lot of clarity, and all the energy is there for Sunday.
Okay, that's it on tonight's game. We now just do a few questions to